Well, YouTube says I'm alive. Yes, yes. YouTube says I'm live, and I'm showing this in lieu of having anything actually working around here. I have a camera that I'm folding up right now because that stopped outputting. Then the only thing I have to show you is the PlayStation. So, just to get this out of the way, Symphony of the Night, I did get, 206 map completion on a separate PlayStation. We will not be doing 200.6% on this one. So let's pop out here. Back in here. My goodness, it is hot in this office. Maybe that's because I got too many things running. Maybe the heat's on in the house. Maybe. Okay, Crazy Even, you've popped on. The office tech curse strikes again. Yes, and hopefully the stream curse doesn't happen. Or what was it called before? The Let's Play curse. Okay, Crazy Even, you had commented that that Circle of the Moon was like the streaming highlight of all time. Was that because I was screaming and cursing at poison water, saying like, you shouldn't do this? I understand that was quite a live stream. And it caused me to do it again, to start over and actually play through the game. For Symphony of the Night, yes, I have practiced it a few times here. So let's go on this new game. How's the audio? I checked levels before, and now my voice and... I need to back off that microphone. My voice and the game audio should be coming through the same channel. I don't know how that happened. Of course, Buttmont. So, there we go. Let's start this up. Now, you're going to notice something rather early in this. This is not the original PlayStation. Oh, yeah, the bait and switch backfiring completely. Yeah, okay. I just read Crazy Even about it. This is not the original PlayStation version, though it is on a PlayStation 4. This is Castlevania Requiem, which I think was a PlayStation Portable release at first, or it was a limited run or whatever. But here it's you can get it from the PlayStation Network, which is you have Castlevania Rondo of Blood, I don't know, and then Castlevania Symphony of the Night. The thing that's not great about this version is they redid all the audio. Like we have, there's no longer "die, you monster." It's actually sounds okay, but you'll notice in a lot of the dialogue that the end punctuation is not there. So here we are, final stage Bloodlines. Oh. There we go. Ugh. I wanted to double tap so I can run, just like Symphony of the Night, or Circle of the Moon. Well, I'm only gonna get one shot with the cross, so I don't know why I bother.
Dracula, die now and leave this world. You'll never belong here.
Yeah.
Oh, but this
it's
world
different.
Invited me. Your own kind.
See, there's no
called
period
me
at the end of
forth
that.
With praise and tribute.
Tribute? You're a thief. You steal men's souls, their freedom.
Freedom is always sacrificed to faith, good hunter. Or are you truly here by choice?
All I'm here for is you.
Spring Day says 1984. Yeah, it's a significant year to me.
Mankind. A cesspit of hatred
See,
and lies.
somewhere like what?
Fight for them.
I think I first.
Die for their sins.
Yeah, I first got like this game, this thing that we're. Oh, I had a different strategy for this. Let me think about this before I start talking about whatever it was I was talking about. No. There, okay. Jeez. Ah, I was working before. If I just, Oh, if he fires fire, then, you know, Yay! I thought of that myself. Look at me go! Whoa! Oh. Avoiding that. If I understand this correctly, this is how Rondo of Blood ended. Oh! Nah. I was thinking I could get through it without her, you know, having to help me. No, I'm Super Richter. Whoa! In all my practices, he's never used that. One of those.
Impossible. Not this time.
So, Storm relying on Girl to solve skills like always. Yeah.
Count Dracula had risen with the aid of the dark
Oh,
priest.
Boredom is here. Oh, and also this has a voiceover on it. Why? It doesn't even track with it.
Richter Belmont
Like,
stood against
the
him and at last
text
brought him down.
goes all the way up. The guy's still talking.
However, 4 years
Bodems.
later, glaring full moon
Are
Richter
we sure
mysteriously
playing Castlevania is a good idea after what happened last time? That's exactly what we're trying to do. We're trying to rectify this.
intervened. Castlevania, the castle of Dracula.
Yeah, Castle.
rumored to appear
The
once every
castle
century.
even. Yeah, the crazy even says, "Don't worry," he brags at this time.
From the mist.
Okay, so the reason why I have this version, there's some video in the past. I was perhaps the same could be said of all open world games. I don't remember what that video was. But I was searching for, like, okay, I understand there's this game called Symphony of the Night. It was a PlayStation game. I'm not gonna go buy the game like on eBay or anything like that. Let's see what digital releases there are. And there's this. And like, oh, okay, it comes with two Castlevania games. This, like I said, is an updated version, and just we didn't need that. Just stick with Die, you monster. I also have it on the. So yeah. So how did I get that clip of? Perhaps the same could be said of all open world games. It's also on the Xbox Arcade, like the Xbox 360. I think I downloaded it on Xbox One, and I guess I'll talk about it. I did try emulating this game for a live stream, but there is we'll just call it a bug in the PlayStation version, and we'll explain it when we get there. Hell yeah. Okay, now I gotta worry about the zombies coming up. But aren't the zombies a good thing? Zombies are the gateway to leveling all the way up. I can't see through the fire. As you can, I'm gonna get hurt a lot in this game because you're gonna see that I just don't care. Oh my goodness! Oh, leveling up? Wait a minute. Wait. I can level up with zombies? Let's just move forward. Might have a prop to show? Oh, I'm not even on camera. I'm looking around to show something that I won't even be able to put towards the camera. And pot roast. Oh, not pot. Oh, it's turkey. All right. All right. Now Death's gonna take all our stuff away. King Europe. Hey, Storm. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Nice. Do you remember the old? I'm guessing that means YouTube poop music video. Of you screaming from way back.
Neither. Step aside, old man.
Such arrogance. Very well. But I shall see you very soon.
Oh, because I can. Was that the? Was it set to the 300? This is Sparta meme. I'm thinking that because only other music videos I did was like there's the Dark Side music video. That I did in high school, and then there was the other one I did in high school. It was Korn, and then there was the Moat music video, Bloodhound Gang, that got pulled from YouTube, and then there was the Brain Power. By the way, we're gonna save here. No, we're not. However, we'll be picking up from the same spot. Yeah, and look at that. We have 4,000 health now. Like, yeah. All the trimmings there. Okay, we're good. We can actually proceed with the game. Throughout the game, I don't think I won't be bothering much with armor, except for the spike breaker. We gotta do that. Yay! Yay, 99! The prop that I was looking for earlier, I was gonna show you, it's a PlayStation 4 controller. That it looks like a PlayStation 5. Yes, we look the difference there. Except it's pink, and it has a turbo function on it. So that's how I did this game. I did, unlike Circle the Moon, which I just figured I would just hold button down. You know, in this kind of game, you like let me hold it down. Okay, nothing. Oh, I gotta push this continuously. So I had the turbo controller on here, going for, I think, yeah, back up a little bit. Circle the Moon, that took a year. I don't think I'll ever be doing anything like that again. This one I started experimenting with the turbo controller, and it took about a month. You know, because this is a reasonable game. Just a month, and that's all it took. Let's think how this goes. There's a save spot, which I really need to utilize that more. And then there's also down there's a path that we can't get to until we get the object of opening, the ruby of something for opening. Okay, he's gone. And his friend's gone. Alright. Oh, well, I need to collect the health, because I gotta get more. I was actually expecting to do this last week. And I guess I'll go and get into the PlayStation bug after I look at some comments here. Oh, jeez, I just went to screensaver. Yeah, we still going. 12 concurrent. Goodness goodness. That's awesome. This video contains Damn. Oh, that one. I remember that. I'm reading back up where we left off, which was YouTube Poop music video. I remember that one because I picked up on the meme of this video contains, you know, and then it was the put your face over Dr. Robotnik's face, and then set it to the gourmet race from Kirby. Okay. Okay, good. I got the axe. I don't utilize those objects as much as I should. Am I poisoned? I think I got poisoned. But in this game, poison? What? Doesn't automatically take a percentage of your health here. Are we about to? Oh, okay. We're almost to the clock room, which would be appropriate for talking about, you know, the PlayStation. But I do want to see what we were talking about. The RB one, says Steven Bonhams. I wish the Konami WiiWare games would get re-released somehow. Contra Rebirth, Gatsby Adventure Rebirth were great. By the way, I was just pushing over while reading these comments. It was a clip where you were screaming from eating raw dough or something. I was curious if you remembered it. Oh my goodness. Well, I ate the raw dough. It was a trick, a split screen shot.
Are you human? What are you doing?
Oh, look at her. She's on the corner thinking of ways to make it better. Maria!
Likewise.
So I had the
Maria.
pizza dough. That
And
was
you
Assassin's
are?
Creed, and I do not remember a music video being made from
if
that.
You're a better swordsman than a
Drop a
speaker,
link in the
perhaps
chat,
I'll see you
please.
again. Farewell.
So, lols. It's okay, you did something, month is better than a year. Oh, we're talking about how long it took to do this. How many more movie reviews do you have left to upload? Oh, I said they're scheduled now. It goes up until... How many total? I think I counted once, and there were 65 total, like, videos. There's some where I did like 3 in 1 over the spring break, or whatever the tradition was. Winter break. It was winter break, and then over spring break. After spring break, I did the awards video. Speaking like it's an actual thing. Give me back the axe. It goes up until... I remember doing an award show, filming an award show for the 2007 year. But I haven't, it was never edited, and I haven't bothered to go back through to edit it. Could totally be done. I have all the footage there. But a good place to stop, yeah, 2006. You know, I looked at the later ones, the last few I did at the end of the year 2006. And, I don't know, it's just not that funny. You know, I was taking a lot of credits. I was a senior in college. I was trying to graduate. That was the motivation there. So, yeah, they're set to upload on the 20-year anniversary of when they were, you know, aired. So, got that going for me. Oh, we're all the way over here now. Yeah, yeah. Am I seeing this correct? Is she showing her ass right there? Oh, don't worry, we'll get to look again. Right about there. Right about there. Yeah! Okay, that's lasted it for a while. Okay, so... that was me talking about the movie reviews. Yeah, 20-year anniversary of each of them. They'll be uploaded. It's going to take a few years to get through it. Oh, be looking, because that will turn me to stone. We need more Storm Dain fan YouTube videos. Maybe I'll be the change I want to see in the world. Oh yeah, this stone is... Okay. Let's stop looking at the chats and actually, you know, take care of business. Now let's look at the chat again. He says, I'll find it. Used to know the guy. Oh. So, okay, you're gonna find it. to help the YouTube search is total dog now too. So spring day, someday I need to sit down and marathon all your movie reviews. Oh, have I gotten to saying that I lost all respect for Mel Gibson? I think that's coming up. What year is it? It's 2005. So that is like, oh, preachy. Okay. What motivates you to create content even after 2 decades? I'm think Narby. To tell you the truth on that, it's just because I like video games. Yeah, I'm an old person now. I'm the old guy playing the video games. So that's what motivates me. Like Castlevania, we're gonna do a live stream. 9 people are watching. Whatever. I get to play a video game. That's really what it is. Everything about the Metroidvanias in the 90s and early 2000s is peak. Oh, okay. Circle the Moon. Yeah, that was a launch, if not a launch title, a launch window title for the Game Boy Advance. I'm gonna say right now, I really have no strategy for this boss here. The boss is, myself. I think I need to duck a lot. Yeah, he always gets the first shot. Oh. There we go. That's the strategy. There we go. I did it. Oh, Stevie says it's his 19th year of making content, or 19 years of YouTube making, etc. I think that's a better one, so we'll go ahead and get the glass. Yeah. Look at the stats. Okay, now this is where things fall apart in my head because, like, okay, yeah, I know I can get on the marble gallery and head over here, but now there's a lot of other places to go. Do I do this yet? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna. Sorry. I have to just fast forward in my head of like, where do I go after this? And we'll be visiting the library a few times. In fact, there's gonna be an item that needs to remind me to go to the library next. Don't. Okay, I'm cursing. God. Imagine having only 70 health and going through this. I just wouldn't have it. Oh. Okay. I need to stop and take care of the books. It just becomes so problematic. And I didn't see that. We're about to come across a merchant, and since they redid all of the voices, I think we're... Let's see if you pick up on something that I picked up on. But of course, I don't like. I have enough money to buy the Joseph cloak, I think it's called. But that'll like drain everything. The Joseph cloak. What is the appeal of it? You get to set the color of it. Let's just see where we're at.
It's been a long time, old one.
Eh? Why, it's Master Alucard. Come to visit, have we?
I need your
Okay,
help.
so
Oh, but
I don't think you're old at all, Storm. You look the same since
won't go
2015, 2016.
unrewarded.
To be honest, really. Manuel says that.
Just tell me what you need.
I've explained that as gained a lot of weight, probably in that era, really. And as we all know, the fat stretches out the wrinkles. Storm's like my favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber. Oh, well, thank you, Crazy. you show up for Castlevania, when I don't plan for it. So, okay, let's buy some things. Jewel open. That's what we need.
Thank you.
Go down to the bottom here. Let's get the castle map.
Thank you.
Oh shoot, I was talking over him. Okay, I'm gonna buy where is it? The Damascus sword. Okay, listen to him.
Thank you.
Wait, we pick it up what he's putting down there? We get what they're doing? Let me just say it with him. Thank you. I think they just totally did an homage to Resident Evil 4. I don't think I need to buy anything else ever, so we're fine. Let's equip the Damascus sword. And Joseph cloak. Okay. And then in system, coat color. Oh, okay, I've only done this once before. What? I bought it before. Why did? Oh, okay, guys, I just got the trophy for it. Sorry. It goes. Oh, it's a 5-bit. It goes up to 32, so it's a 0 based. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Oh, I'm styling. Now leave the library. Gotta go up, I believe. This routing is completely my own. I did look at some speed runs of this, and they get items that make the dog go really fast. Like they just clip right through the ending. You don't have to bother getting the 2 rings to get the real ending of the game. You just clip right into the castle. But as in this routing's my own, it's probably not the fastest. It's just the easiest for me to remember. Okay, let's do this again. And don't. Oh, don't. Okay, there we go. Got it. We missed the fairy card that would tell us the names of. We'll be back. Okay, just remind me that. Well, don't. It's not gonna work. But yeah, we gotta get the fairy card, I believe it's called. I don't know what it's called. It's the thing that's in the upper right of the library. Okay, as I'm working my way up, what is the PlayStation glitch? Which is really probably just how the game should have worked. Okay, so you saw the clock tower earlier where I was talking to Maria on the corner thinking of ways to make it better. And then you see there's a clock down there in the bottom right. There are certain... That clock and the clock tower are tied together. There's a pathway that opens up only on the even numbered minutes. So, you know, if you get there and your minute is off, it's not going to be, you have to wait for it to get to an even minute. Now, what kind of minute do I have right there? I have 59. 59 is an odd number. In the PlayStation version, you get to, at least through emulation, through speeding it way up, turn off VSync so it's running like 2,000 frames a second, you level up real fast that way. In that version, like I said, the clock just stops. And so you're stuck at 59 minutes, and so that pathway never opens up. And so... so we're relegated to this version of the game that has thank you. Good old Resident Evil 4 quotes, yes. How did you manage the Stephanie Sterling collab way back when? Stephanie Sterling? Jessica Chobot? I'm so sorry. I'm like, Oh! Yes, okay, I know. How do I manage it? We were in Los Angeles for E3, and Ego Raptor was gonna join us. I think he well, that's what I was told. I was told he's gonna join us. You know, in for E3. I do not wish to disparage Ego Raptor if that was not the plan. I was just told that, and I kind of had this idea in my head, like, oh, yeah, let's do something on this portable Super Nintendo, or played All-Star on it. I don't remember. On this portable thing, and then he didn't show up, so then I just asked Stephanie, hey, would you like to join me? And the answer was, of course. And then that's just how it went. It was recorded. I egged on the Nancy Cartwright quote. I don't have my accent anymore. And that's just how that came to be. I wish I was a little bit more prepared because it's not a very professional video. Okay, so, yeah, okay, so I realized my mistake before I got into the comments there, so let's just skip over that. Yeah, Storm being an inspiration for Scott, like how Sonic uses inspiration for Nirvana. Oh, really? I think I've heard that comparison before. You almost met the Mighty Nine, best Mighty Nine character. I actually did meet Ego Raptor. I don't know if it was that E3, the E3 previous. Comic-Con! I met him at Comic-Con. That Comic-Con where I was actually on a panel. As a reviewer for Destructoid, like, well, not really, guys, but I'll go with that. Is this it? Where are we at? Oh, I go up one more. Where I was on the panel answering questions, and some people came up to me afterward, just like, you know, what equipment do you use? And I was like, oh yeah, I use blah 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 blah. And then one guy shakes my hand and it's like, hi, what's your name? And he's like, Ego Raptor. I'm like, oh god! Then I got a picture with him. It was me looking at him. It wasn't really like, hey, like, the selfie shot thing there, but I had a timer on my camcorder at the time.
Alucard, wasn't it? We meet again.
So it seems.
As friendly as ever, I see. It's strange. This castle's different than I remember it.
Stephanie invented the word
This castle is a creature of
Chungus.
chaos. With each rebirth, it takes a new form.
And here I thought my mind was playing tricks. Well, there's nothing for it. Till we meet again.
What's the plot? That's like Dracula's son or something, and maybe she was the one who helped Richter before. Good place to get some health back. All 30 points. Okay, so this area of the game is where it really turns to shit, like, where I would just try to play it naturally. You know, the way it should be done. These guys inflict so much damage. They breathe, those things, they breathe fire, and they are not a one-hit kill. They're very, like, a lot of hits, and you have to manage to keep on going back down. Oh no, oh no. You jump away, and then since you can move yourself in midair, yeah. Yeah, okay. So, over here, there's going to be that sword, which, again, very much not a one-hit kill. I'm gonna move over here just to remind myself. This is alright. Okay, that's the opening. A shield? Oh, what's that? Yeah, I'm Zelda up in here. I don't use shields. Oh, sorry. It's no habit. Usually in natural gameplay, you're gonna want to get those hearts. Okay, this has worked out bad for me in going into both booths. Okay, so she comes up. Okay, no, okay, so okay.
Rest your weary soul here. May the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost be with you. Amen.
Cool. Well, that hasn't happened before. Usually, no matter what booth I sit in, spice just go chink. I'm like, ah. Gotta eliminate these guys, because they could be up or down, and you'll be hit by the. So okay, I interrupt myself to think. Okay, do I have the axe? Yes, that's gonna be imperative here, and let's see if I can actually pull it off. Let me get them face this direction. There we go. There it is. Yes. Okay, got that one. Then we drop down a little bit. Oof, that was slick. There we go. Okay. Those birds. They do that, by the way. I forgot there was a third one. There we go. Okay. Oh yes, with the Damascus sword, that's a one hit right there. And this is, yep, that's that'll come into play later on. Ah, the birds are back. This one I don't think takes off, but it can still hurt you. Yeah. There. Oh, you just fly away. Those bats, they have a lot of similarities to the bats in Mario, where they just follow you down until they meet you, and then you have to time it so you jump up, they meet you up there, so you can drop down and move over to her. You know, I did a bunch of hand movements that you couldn't see there. At least we're on the ground. Yeah, I prefer the. We're just gonna call it a Bible. I think the game refers to it as a holy book. We'll just call it the Bible. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's the crucifix. Oh, boss time. Again, no strategy. Like, who needs strategy? I'm 99. Whoa. Alright. Give me the health.
You look like you're doing well for yourself.
Oh, you look good with less clothing. I got nothing on. Okay.
Do you know the name
Manuel,
Victor Belmont?
Have you visited a castle like Dracula's in real life store?
About a year ago.
No.
I'm sure he's here now. If you see him, please let me know.
Yes, Excalibur in Las Vegas. That's the closest I've been to a castle.
A gentleman after all.
I've never even left the United States. You know, it's not this idea of like, it's the greatest country ever. Why would I ever want to leave? No, it's I don't have a passport. And if I'm gonna vacation, it's just gonna be in California. It's right there. That dude ranch, yes, it was in California. I need to remind myself where I am. Okay. Alright. I'm good. Oh, did I talk over the Belmont conversation? Because like, hey, Victor Belmont. And then, you know, she's got a refers to a picture of him, you know, current PlayStation era, and he does the NES picture. Alright, it's just habit to hit the candles. You. Or in New York. Well, New York. Really, we just stayed in Rybrook, which is outside the city. I'm gonna just go here to have it open. Although I think I'm gonna go there anyway. We just stayed in Rybrook, which is outside the city. Oh, and then we drove to... Oh, I never mentioned this in the video. Okay, let's talk about New York for a little bit. So, visited because we had the luxury of having family there. What family is it? Like, I've never spoken to them. Laura, you've seen her in videos, actually. A couple live streams, too. She was really into the video thing the year that she lived with us. Anyway, her and her family, they now live in New York. So, yeah, that was one of the things last summer. The idea... Oh, I can now jump twice. The idea was, okay, well, when Yale's out of school, then we can go. And then everybody turns to me like, what's the last day of school for Yale? Being everybody in Reno here concerned with leaving, which is Yale and Sarah and I. Okay, so our last day was I said, like, well, it's kind of a floating thing. And so I said, like, the last possible day would be June 12th, because it's a Friday. If they take all the contingency days, maybe not even a Friday. I think it's a Wednesday. And then so then Sarah had booked a flight for June 14th. I'm like, oh, I guess we're doing this. Okay, so the idea is we'll go there for a week where Yale's not in school, because, you know, I ain't down with that. Was I supposed to come back here? Oh my god, what's the next step? I can double jump now, so... Clock. Let's go to the clock. Where was I at? Okay, so we stayed with them, and the trying to think what we did first. I think, yeah, so we visited Rhode Island. Like, landed there, stayed a little bit, and I was told beforehand, Storm, rent a car, we're going to be driving, as in, like, I'll be driving, and they'll be driving. We'll go in separately, because we're going to go to some, it was like a billionaire's mansion, like, old-timey, old money, kind of mansion. Anyway, so the joke that went along with it was, okay, so I rented a car, and we're going to, I'm going to just punch in the address into the GPS, and then, I want that. And then I'll just drive. And so basically I was just going blindly, like, okay, we take this road. Like, I've never driven it in New York before. But we were in New York maybe for 20 miles and then into Connecticut. And then we just drove nonstop through Connecticut and then into Rhode Island, maybe a half an hour. The entire trip through Connecticut was a 2-hour drive, which that's completely foreign to me. Like, we crossed a state? See, over on the western side of the United States, states are big. And, you know, everything over there were the, you know, original colonies. And then we came back, and then I talked with the patriarch of the family, like, okay, so you need to work at home because, you know, that doesn't end, but, you know, we wanted to go to go into the city. So how do we do that? You gonna be our guide? And he was like, no. Let me just let's just bring up Google Maps here, and I'll show you some places to visit. I'm like, what? So the next day we got on the metro, and it went just right into Grand Central Station. We were totally tourist. We went into the center of it, and looking at it, Sarah like, you know, understands like, oh, this and this and refers to this, and I'm just like, this was in crisis. And I was looking at the big windows to the side, on either side of it. Luckily, we went out the one where the direction we were going, and I just said like an alien went through that window right there, a big one, like a pinger. I don't remember much about Crisis 2, but I do remember Grand Central Station was part of it. I'm not gonna go down just yet. Right. That's where we're going. And the short, uninteresting story about going into Manhattan was, you know, I was shown all we took a bunch of notes the previous day on where he said like, oh, you could go to, you know, okay, here's where the, you know, there's Lower Manhattan, there's the, you know, Freedom Tower or Tower 1. I don't even know what it's called. I think Freedom Tower is a pretty safe bet of what to call it. And they said like, here's what you can do over here. There's a boat that comes across the Statue of Liberty. You can see it from over this location. We didn't even go as far as Central Park. We went to Rockefeller Center, saw the American Girl store, saw the Nintendo store, and we're just like, we're good. We did go in the next day, and that's actually where I you know, was in communication with Static Squid. Elias, we can call him that, but it said like, oh, I'll meet you up in this bookstore. It's not too far from Grand Central Station. So planned that for the next day, and we're just walking around this bookstore. What's it called? Well, we're waiting for the clock to strike there, so I'm gonna step away from the microphone. Okay, I see that has moved. Book Off. And that's the one that Elias had recommended, just because that's a place to buy cool things. And actually, I tried to do it. I tried to have the Book Off visible, the bag for it, sorry, inside of the bag for the Nintendo store. And maybe I glossed over that quite a bit, but the Nintendo store is the greatest thing ever. I just walked in and I'm like, I want everything. Just everything on the shelf. This is so great. So Nintendo store is really, I'm really glad I got to see that. Glad I got to buy some stuff out of it. I know we got some like Breath of the Wild, like plushies for Gale. We got a shirt that, is it? Yeah, it was from the Nintendo store. We got a shirt that had, Navi? Was that its name in, Ocarina of Time? But anyway, we just had a picture of it. I don't remember whether that was on the, whatever. The shirt said, hey, listen, is this the right direction? I'm gonna go with no. It's not the right direction. Though it probably is. Let's just explore our corners here. Okay, that's a door. That's a good sign because we need to go to the Colosseum. Oh, it is called Colosseum. Oh, I wasn't even relying on memory. I just was thinking, it looks like a Colosseum. I guess there's one funny thing that I would like to point out about the Nintendo store. like I said, we got the Hey Listen shirt for Yale. I think we got it for me and it didn't fit, so yeah, it's Yale's. I got a like a Triforce shirt. Did we get any? We went to the Pokemon part of the store and we were looking for what's the love evolution of Eevee? Yeah, whatever it was, we didn't find it. And then I was looking for, like, hey, Metroid Prime 4 was like announced not that long ago from the point at which I said that, and so like, where's the Metroid section? And there was this one rack that just had Metroid sweatshirts, and it's like, yes, that's representative of how Nintendo feels about this franchise. No, we want it.
Servants, come forth from the gates of hell.
Sylveon, thank you. Chris even came in there.
You're a Belmont.
In the UK, we have lots of older castles, says Stevie. Yeah, I'd expect that to be there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3. Okay, that's that.
A Belmont for certain.
Do you have any interest in going to Super Nintendo World? I have every interest. I want to go to that ahead of Disneyland. Now, let me do this qualifier. Like, this is what I would say to people I work with. Disneyland. I haven't been there since, like, 2015. And that is a long time to the people I work with. Like, who have children and they go, like, yearly, if not multiple times a year. And I'm just like, isn't it expensive? We need to do one thing before leaving, which will save a lot of time. But I say that to you guys as if, like, you know, like, oh, at least I've been, you know. 2015, Yale was still a small child, which, you know, meant like, okay, you go on the ride and I'll just push in the stroller here back and forth, with perpetual motion to a child. They used to be inside of a, you know, a womb where they were constantly moving, and that's the idea of rocking them to sleep. Okay, give me back the Bible, and we open that up. Okay, so now, I think we put it in the other hand. Namakua. No! I didn't want that. Okay, pick it up. No. There we go. Okay. Menu system. Okay, and this button? Yeah, that does it. So, Super Nintendo World, absolutely. Like, that's the place to go. And like, and then, as I've said, there's one in Hollywood. It's right over, just not far from where I live. What's closer, Hollywood or Vegas? Not that was a question that's posed there, but I'm... You know, Hollywood might be. I've driven to... I say Hollywood because, you know, that's where the Orlando studio... Like, I've never driven into LA proper. I've driven into to Hollywood. Studio City is what we'll call it. It's definitely... Well, you know what? I don't know. Thinking about it, like, what would be a more interesting drive? To, you know, to Los Angeles or to Las Vegas? And you're like, no, they're both real boring. On a drive to Las Vegas, you get to, like, point to the... multiple times, you get to point off to the side of the road, like, look! Brothel! That happened. Need to catch up on that here. New York is a lot of fun, but requires a lot of walking. And yeah, you know what? I didn't mind. The other members of my party minded, or you know, very much mind. You know what? I missed something. I was supposed to go. I have that. I missed. I missed something. I need to go back. But thankfully, it's in this room. Here we are. Oh, goodness. I'm saying that because I was trying to, I'm trying to, like, go, like, aim down, but then there's a aim down, and, whatever is needed for the moment, I never do the appropriate one. Oh, sure, we'll save. Where we're going? Muscle pain. I got some Breath of the Wild coasters from there and used it for years, and yeah, that's the exact same bag you got. Well, maybe not the exact same bag because my bag now has dog shit on it. Yes, dogs. Great. I totally invited them into the office there and said, hey, yeah, do it. I love dogs. Probably will be throwing it away. I just had to keep it for the video because I knew as soon as I got this bag, I was like, oh, I'm doing the snatch. Yeah, viva la. But I had to do a different song. And when I was thinking of New York, I'm like, no, I don't want to do the Jay-Z song or the I don't. That vibe was. The song sampled another song, and it was New York, and I was like, I don't know, Kiss, New York Groove. Then come to find out that it wasn't a Kiss song. Ace Frehley did a version of it. Ace Frehley, I'm thinking, didn't do the original? But, I say Ace Frehley, but it's more Frehley. For the boars. So yeah, back in the New York Groove. Okay, so we have the Soul of Bat. We can go beat the game now, but that wouldn't be the proper ending. So let's keep on keeping on. I need to let me look at this. I need to go down now. So we'll get out of the library. We'll go through that. Yeah, we'll make this work. Oh, by the way, what is Soul Bat? That is. Oh, my wings are white. Oh, okay. Oh wait, does the dog change at all? Nope. Yeah, come on over. Come crap on all my stuff. Asset to your species. Yeah, it's faster to do this too. But we will be abusing Soul of Bat quite a bit in the later parts of the game. Oh, you know what? Now. No! Again, imagine having only 70 life. Oh, what do we got here? Steve, bless you, knowing you, and I'd be the same if I walked into New York Nintendo. So we're talking about Sylveon, Apion, Sylveon, lol, it's okay. Oh no, hey Storm, says Jim Fair. Wait a minute. Can I click through on you? Jim, did I know you in college? Let that question sit. Where are we at? Oh, yeah, we need to leave the library. Yeah, man. Good to see you're still doing the YouTube thing. Yeah, yep, with 8 views. Jim, how did you, I know we've interacted before, maybe like on the Facebook. I say the Facebook like I don't know what it is. But, yeah, you ended up in Colorado last time we had talked, and I was like, how'd you end up there? And then you're just like, how'd you end up in Reno? Jim, do you mind if I tell the story of my first coming to your apartment? Oh boy, I looked at the name like, wait a minute, I know this because I had some interaction before. I said like, oh, that wouldn't be fair. Oh, you're back in Oregon, crazy world. Let's hear it. Okay, so Jim and I went to Oregon Institute of Technology. Both. I believe you are a hardware guy because that's a separate story. But I think I met him at orientation, and somehow exchange information. I was like, oh, okay, so you're over in that apartment. I'm this apartment, okay. And then for a long time, I didn't have a phone. That's where I first got a cell phone, was in college. Wrong door. In college, but at some point, you know, I came over and just talk about like, oh yeah, you know, college and whatnot. And I look over on his table, and I see like a glass apparatus, and I said, hey, is that a lamp? And he's like, does it look like a lamp? And I'm like, yeah, kind of. He's like, okay, that's a lamp. And then he takes the glass apparatus and then just puts it under the table. And later on, I think through talking, he was like, that was a bong, wasn't it? He's like, yes, it was, of course. You look like a stoner. I figured we were gonna come over to my house, we're gonna get high. So yeah, I don't remember how we lost contact in college. I remember one of our last interaction was was it freshman year? I do remember like this, my first term of freshman year, I got straight A's. It was just like, yeah, whatever, this is easy. Then they actually started talking about computers for real in the second semester. There's 3 semesters in the year. There's fall, winter, and spring. And I got 3 A's and 1 C. There's like there's a C in there. And I had the conversation with Jim that I got 3 A's and 1 C, and he's like, what'd you get the C in? I was like, what? But I got 3 A's, come on, man. And I remember this conversation because the C I got was in, never thought of it this way, but it was in programming. What was the language? C. With C++. But I remember Jim being a hardware major because the introductory hardware class that everybody in both majors had to take were programming PLDs and, you know, making it do basic arithmetic. A PLD was a 16-pin chip. 1 receives voltage, 1 is ground, so you got 14. So there's 7 in and you have 7 out. You have the inputs on one side that you program in, and then on the other side, the chip goes into some LEDs to say, like, okay, if I input this, I will get this output. It's an amazing class. I loved it. But it was hardware. It was a hardware class, and I got so much extra credit in it because I would do above and beyond. I remember that was a class that Jim got a C in. And so it was an odd thing where, like, software and hardware, we kind of swapped. But anyway... Gym Fair! I'm trying to remember where I'm going. Oh, I need to go over another screen, and then we can probably go down? One big thing that I put in my head was never go to the bottom of the never go to the bottom of the castle until you have Soul of Bat. Jim, I wasn't a very good student, haha, probably because I kept a bong on the table. Says a lot. Yeah, now it's just, you know, possession is legal in so many states. It's just like, it's so weird that I was like, is that a lamp? should we even conversate? Yeah, we're gonna save here. By the way, for anybody who just joined us, perhaps maybe even Jim, I'm good at Castlevania because this is a save file that in the beginning of the castle I just said hold down the button until you know, infinite zombies get me to level 99. Took a month, but I did it. So that's why I can take spears from these guys. Okay, is it this one? Looks promising. Then we need to go down from here. Yeah, okay, it's just a lot more down. And then we're going to... Oh, we're gonna go down again. This side to save. I just saved. Why would I want to? Okay. I did get sucked into software eventually anyway, too. Better pay and more opportunities. You know, yeah. When I graduated in 2007, we're gonna go into a nightmare here. I graduated in 2007. There was definitely, as I felt, a greater need for software. Now, versus hardware. Now, after that, I never checked back in. I don't know if it's a continuing trend or that stayed. So,
Mother.
Alucard,
yeah, this was a lot more
you?
campy in the original PlayStation version.
I'll save you.
No, Alucard, stay away.
Mother.
There were
right.
there were people who did the
If my
dual
death can
degree
save
of
others,
hardware and software. I don't know how much I've talked about this before, but that's just like, why?
I won't let this happen.
As in,
It's too late.
not having
Just
any
stay
fun,
with
are you?
Hear my last words to you.
Yes, Mother.
Yeah, and I think also the year I graduated, they were instituting, like, if you're a dual degree, you had to have 2 senior projects, one for software and for hardware.
Theirs is such a hard lot.
But I
Release
realized
them
that
from their pain.
I'm lucky.
Begin with the ones who killed
Lucky
me.
being
No,
poor enough to get
it wasn't
Pell
like
Grants
this.
to pay for college.
What's wrong?
My mother
I
never
didn't go
said
for
such a
free,
thing.
but I exited with no
What do you
debt,
mean?
so I'm very lucky on
am
that.
your mother.
Lucky to be poor
Do
enough
as I
to
say.
qualify.
Release
And that's why I
them.
don't complain
Kill
about
them.
taxes.
No.
I try not to complain about taxes
You
because
are not my mother.
everybody complains,
What kind of demon are
and
you?
I know that it's federal funding that got me through college. Is she wearing underwear? Like, it doesn't look like she is.
Deserve worse than death.
Yeah,
for
I'm looking
this.
for Ned. And,
Then give it to me, little boy. Don't be shy.
yeah, I don't think she's wearing underwear. We're talking about work stuff, hardware. I usually defeat her before she gets to this stage. There we go. All right,
Dark.
your butt's showing.
I smell your blood. Your hunger.
Yeah, so I was lucky to be hired
That strength.
right out of college.
Beauty.
And so to be immediately employed.
Death in
Lucky
the
enough
dream
to
world will
get
set
a
your soul
layoff
wandering for
to,
eternity,
you know, be enough of a kick
Wait.
in the teeth to be
fail
like,
you.
hey, ain't a free ride, guys. You actually, this is the private sector. They expect results. All right, we did it for the gold ring. Let's put the gold ring on right now. And then I'm also lucky in that being laid off, I was only unemployed for 3 months. Lucky that I had a severance. So I realized there's a lot of luck when I talk to others. Like one guy I work with, he had gone to college, San Francisco, San Jose area, And his dream was, of course, you know, like game making. Every boy in high school says, I want to make the next Final Fantasy. No, you're not. And he actually got to work in a software company that was owned by, I think at that time it was Infogrames. It's a French company, but it's whatever. It's Atari. And he actually had the experience of, back when you get physical checks, to cash the check quick, because the boss might run out of money by the afternoon. So now we're down here, and I missed the joke of sticking the landing. I went straight there, and I didn't have to fall any further than I needed. It's funny seeing that there, because there's really no other puzzle element in the game of, you know, oh, let's push boxes. Just there, yeah, you need to get those guys out of the way, because it was impossible to move through their spearing, and they're impossible to hit from there. Really? The battery's low. We could genuinely run out before we finish this game. Let's do this fast. But yeah, what are we talking about? There's a second castle. What's that? Knuckle Duster. I don't know why I'm paying so much attention to these frogs, because, you know, it's not until the next, when we come back, that we really need to pay attention. Waterfall. Oh, yeah, we're here. And we're done with that. Today I learned Infogrames is pronounced the French way. I know when I saw it in just general passing of being a gamer, I was like, Info Games, yes! And I think the switch to Atari, I don't know where I read this, Nintendo Power or something like that. Hey, he's here now. Yeah, it was in Nintendo Power talking about, like, yeah, it moved away from the name Infogrames because nobody knows how to pronounce it. And even when I read that article, I was like, yeah, Info Games? Okay. I want to see what that is. It's pizza! Unfortunately, now we have to do that over again. I knew I was going to be in trouble. Pizza. So is it Romanian style? Oh god, okay. You guys would just... If you could hop faster than the gorilla. And I firmly believe that is a Donkey Kong joke they're doing here. Oh, gotta get these guys. Because, you know, it's a gorilla and it's throwing a barrel. Yeah, I won't even bother with the save. Well, okay. Now I have to actively reject it. I want to land here and then go into the mount. And about to face Cerebus. Again, no strategy. Let's start with that crap. Okay. No strategy works great when you're level 99. I've been reading Nintendo Power from the start. Really interesting to see it start a massive promo vehicle for the NES games with no critical reviews. Which, yeah, because they had the market. I listened to, not a very creative name, but I listened to a book called Console Wars, and it basically was the early war between Nintendo and Sega, and they could have just called the book Console Wars, but mostly Sega. So, since Nintendo was such a known entity, and and I really didn't like the book. Not that I had they treated one side fair or not. My problem with it was so much of it was at the executive level, as in they were the ones who were making the decisions that were customer facing, and it was just not interesting. Like the book began with the guy who would become the eventual president of Sega of America. And it began with him on the beach, you know, before, and some representative from Sega finding him in Hawaii on the beach and asking him to join the company. And I was like, oh, that's great. You're unemployed, but you have enough money to go to Hawaii and vacation with you know 3 kids. And I was like, ah, God. And so what did he do before that? He was in food, and just to simplify it, the dude invented Flintstone vitamins. Who did? It was him. And he still had to ask his wife, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm after vacation. I need to go to Japan. Is that okay?" Like, at what point? At what point does it like? At what point is it? Hey, I've made enough money. I've earned a life for this family. At what point do I have to stop asking for permission? And maybe that's just a misogynist view, but it annoys me because as I was reading the book, or listening to the book, I was just like, a wife's incredulence just rises with the tide. So there you go. There's some cancelable audio. Let's go with that. By the way, this part of the castle, totally not required. I just want to go here. If I remember it correctly, it's just straight here. Ah, no, I remember it incorrectly. I gotta get the gremlin again. These gremlins and their fires, it's just... Well, when you're level 99, you don't even have to, like, you know, swipe at the fire to get rid of it. You can just run into it. Right about here. I just think this boss is just so screwed up. And, let's just say... Spring Day, I see, like, it's good to have communication with your spouse. Of course. I'm just saying, like, the conversation should go, hey, I'm going to Japan to take an executive, to accept an executive position so we can continue having a life, rather than, can I go to Japan? By the way, this is like, what? I don't even know really what I'm fighting. Oh, then that beam starts. That actually takes out chunks. Get away from the beam. Well, it really takes out chunks, and we'll encounter that a little bit later in the game. And then the second castle, they have these spike things that come from the side of these pits, like, you know, Legend of Zelda style. And I think that does a percentage deal, because each time I get hit by one of those, it takes off 600. Like, that's got to be a percentage, because I can't imagine just, you know, a natural 600 damage. I'm already over this boss. It stopped being cool and funny and messed up. Alright. Okay, so then we need to go over here to... I've experimented with the sword that you get over here, and it seems to work sometimes. Like, There was two. Let's just do it. Okay, let's equip it. Maybe we could, you know, see what I'm talking about. Okay, so it's strong versus holy. Like, so is it holy or is it a dark sword so it works against holy, or is it a light sword so it is a it is holy? I never. But I think we're gonna see some bosses that's not very effective against. So basically what this run is just bosses. Just get to the boss. It also does that now. That green stuff where you hit them. It's no longer red. I see, I can avoid it sometimes. These monk guys are annoying as, well, gravekeepers. They're like monks. Because their stance is such that you have to bend down, like, well, you're a fully standing man. By the way, these things contain things. I generally try to avoid being do that. Okay, now on to the real thing. What we were really down here for. Because now we're on the other side of it. Oh, maybe I should have saved thinking about it. Because there's... We could have prominence... We could have a prominent problem imminently. Here, okay. I think this is right. I have a light in my eye right now, so I can't see too well. Why do I have the light on? I'm not even on camera anymore. Oh, shoot. When's the last time I saved? Whoops. No, not delete. Ah! Okay. At least it's after Nightmare. Like, I have the... Yeah, okay. Usually when that happens I could recover. But at least we're down here. Oh, okay, it did not stick the landing that time. I don't want to deal with you. Hey, let's go and turn that light off. Oh, jeez, that moved the entire television. And that just hit the microphone. I have this, right? Yeah. Just... Why bother? I guess I'll just say this. When I heard, "Ah!" Like, where's the last time I saved? I thought I was still up in the castle. You know what? We'll skip that human boss this time. Well, human bosses are dropping humans. His bodies to the floor, indeed. Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen. Okay. Then we'll come back and we'll deal with these guys, like, seriously. Oh, I don't even have the pizza anymore, now that I think about it. Yeah, that was for nothing. Oh, shoot. Yeah. Again, if I was on camera, you can see that I was rubbing my eyeball. You know, sadness. Get this out of the way. I was so cocky about it last time. Let's check out my no strategy again. Oh, get my health. Need it because each hit is 600. Alright. Salem Witch, right? Oh, well, if I hit the... Yeah, okay, Salem Witch. Salem Organ! We talk about Salem Witch Trials, I immediately thought, like, what? And the capital? I'm not even gonna bother going over there yet, because that's not even a thing that we need to concern ourselves with until we come out of here. Alright, yeah, so we are going to... Oh, this one's kind of funny. If you get the... Oh, forget it. We'll encounter them again. Oh, a little bit too high there. Oh. I don't have the holy sword, so I can't hit them. Oh, maybe there was some use to it. Alright. I see the screen a little bit better now. Yeah, it's right about here where I was like, why do I have a light on? I'm not even on camera. Alright. Just an over and then down and now the other direction. Excuse me, guys. I'm just here for the armor. Oh, I still gotta go to another screen, so then they'll come back. Ah, wait. Put this on... Oh, hit the right button. Put this on immediately. Sorry, Joseph's cloak. Oh, no, I get to have the cloak on. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I confused those. And after that agony that we experience, what this armor does for us is so satisfying. And give you a back. Were skeleton. I believe we all learned from Ben Croshaw that were means human, so there'd be a human skeleton, so, you know, so werehog would be a human hog. Anyway. What? What? Taken to the face! Alright. That's stupendous. Okay. Let me try, like, just getting the thing that they're carrying around. Well, actually, just get one of them, so then they'll stop. Oh, no, I got him instead. Okay. Werehog mentioned. Yes, where I said I was going to mention Werehog. In the video itself, in the most viewed video, which does not deserve to be the most viewed video, I believe it was probably a Destructoid comment where I said I refused to say werehog, and then somebody comment pointed out, like, you just said werehog. Like, but I didn't. I think what he was saying is, like, by saying that you won't say werehog, you just said werehog. Okay. That just seems like a typical 90s thing, you know, just have an Easter egg like that, or them running away. Why not? Being part of a Sonic fan community for over 10 years has now shown me videos about Sonic. Sonic are in a big for views. Oh, you're saying this? A video about Sonic is as a greater proclivity to have view. Oh, I thought this was going to be a save thing. Well, okay. More Sonic videos. How about a Sonic video about, you know, I talked about this on a live stream before. Somebody had asked, because it was new at the time, about the second Sonic movie, and my honest thought was the second half of the movie, it was a surprisingly competent action movie. It was like, felt like, oh, this was what it should have been all along. First half, where they're, you know, having a dance contest with some guys in Siberia, and then there's a wedding in Hawaii. I'm just like, what does this have to do with anything about anything? Now the third movie, that was a real movie. They really pulled it together. Speaking of Sonic, did you see Sonic 3? Sonic 3, yeah. It was just... It was, am I really watching a movie based on a video game? Because I'm just expecting it to be all out bad on all fronts. No, it was a good, funny, great action, cool characters. It was a good movie. Sonic 3, I have no problem saying I liked it a lot. I watched it with Yale, and the song that came on, Galvanize. I remember, like, saying to her before it came to the part, I said, yeah, push the button. Yeah, I believe she liked it too. There was certain character deaths that she didn't appreciate, and I just said, yeah, post-credits. Just wait for post-credits. And then the first post-credit came on, and, you know, basically, yeah, Sonic 4 is going to happen. But then she's like, well, what about the other guy? And I'm like, wait, post-credits. And then after all the credits, yeah. It paid off. Great thing that Marvel has done for us is make us wait through credits. I think the first movie that I did that intentionally, like theater-wise, I do that all the time with, you know, playing a video, a VHS tape, is what I'm referring to. And I don't know how I got word of this. I don't know how I got the tip. But the first movie that stayed through the entire credits, well, I guess it won't surprise you guys, Matrix Reloaded. Because somehow I got a hot tip that there was a trailer for Revolution at the end of it. So, stayed through that. I remember I was with my mom and my sister, which was not great for the, you know, the Zion scene, you know, where Neo and Trinity are, you know, doing a little in out. But anyway, my mom she wasn't having it. She's just like, oh, the credits are so long. Why are we here? Like, I heard that you do that. Yeah, I heard that you do this. And,
I knew it. Where is he?
The one I saw was with
and then we
the
stayed,
enemy.
and then like, okay, yeah,
He called
cool.
himself
Another
the
6
Lord
months
of this
before
castle.
we get to it.
What? That's impossible. You're wrong. I have to go.
Are we to assume that she was the little girl who helped us at the beginning? And are we also to assume that that beginning was the end of Rondo of Blood? Thus why they're packaged together well before, you know, Konami left the video game market and then came back to... they left, like, we're going to do slot machines, and they come back with these collections. So I think Konami was still credible when this came out. I think the Requiem, not Symphony of the Night. Of course, they're banging on all cylinders in Symphony Night. I'm talking about the Requiem collection that I'm playing. You know, with all the bad voiceovers, as in they're not bad, they're all right. Okay. I think save some time by. Well, I just remembered I could actually go through the things. Not that one. In fact, I don't even remember where that one's from. Oh, I need to go down another. Okay. Now, I do see that, you know, have you ever watched the Knuckles show, even asked, and I did not. It looked like something I would want to watch. It's just the whole, you know, Paramount Plus. I got enough streaming services. Which, yeah, that reminds me of something else. I'll try to get to. But I did see in there that Manuel says that Sonic is greater than Mario. Are we talking about the movies or the games itself? I think Mario has a better track record with the games. The movie, I can understand why people wouldn't be pleased with the movie, but I thought the movie was great. I have no issues with the movie. Christopher Pratt, I have a problem with him being the voice of Mario. But just overall, how it was handled and how it could have turned out, if you know, Netflix or Disney had the property, then we'd be seeing something probably a lot more problematic. And yeah, okay, that's why we did it, because we need to save time to get back to the clock. Just need to remember how to get to the clock. It's the down, so you go. Okay, yeah, there. Let me just talk through it. Funny enough that song came from a movie. I was like, hey Storm, put that song in a video. Oh yeah, exactly. And where I first heard that song, I don't know where I definitively first heard it, but it was Need for Speed, like the Most Wanted, the copy that I got from Machinima. I guess that's how it worked. And since I have both rings, this worked out. Yeah, it was in there, and then I found the music video for it. I was like, oh, this is cool. Okay, let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's 13 o'clock, guys. So, will do that after this. Although I don't anticipate, you know, a spike situation with going down here. I know what I'm gonna face. And crazy, even he's responding. Yes, I believe it's the same Maria. Because, like I said, plot. I don't know. I think Angry Video Game Nerd mentioned that Alucard is the son of Dracula because it's Dracula backwards. I don't know. Rondo of Blood is awesome, Storm. I turned it on once, and first thing I noticed, like the intro was in German. I'm like, why is that? And you know, I was German because I was picking up words here and there, like what's and I hear Blut, and I'm like, ah, Blut, blood.
Maria?
I'm sorry. You were right. He is with the enemy.
Richter Belmont. In league.
I don't like they use pop music stuff for this. So yeah, like I need a hero that they put in this the movie. I was like, that was not necessary. And also, No Sleep Till Brooklyn. Like guys, just use that song in the Secret Life of Pets. I believe they were the same studio. Goes down a lot faster than that.
You're stronger than I am.
Speaking of going down, geez, that's Richter. Awfully precarious positioning.
Please?
I can't promise that, but I will stop him.
If it must be that way. Here, I found these. Take them.
And these are?
If you wear them, you can see beyond illusions.
Thank you.
What's
I go
with
to find Richter.
No punctuation at the end. I don't know what happened. So, yeah, okay, yeah, equip. I have to for the eyeballs. There we go. I'm almost fully dressed now. And up here. Since award season is coming up, do you have a favorite movie of the year? Yeah, Deadpool versus Deadpool and Wolverine. Like that's I really can't stop singing the praises of that movie, and how my expectations were there, and how it met the expectations. You know, action and comedy. Like I talked to other people, and after my first viewing, which was opening day, morning of the opening day, and it's better than Endgame, and then that ruffles feathers to say that it's better than Endgame. Like, how could it possibly be? And the answer's simple: it's comedy. Comedy's better than anything, and so that's why, you know, that last video I did with Grand Theft Auto 4. Where I was downplaying, you know, like, it's not that good. Which direction am I trying to go? I should go the other direction. Just to get to some way of transporting. Yeah, and then the comments that came after the video was there was quite a few, which was would just translate, your opinion's different than mine, so this video sucks. I put a lot more, you know, gravity on entertainment when it comes to comedy, and just seeing, I highlighted like the Trevor and Franklin team-up missions. Those were great. And like, as they're being introduced to Trevor, like Lamar, like, you're crazy, man. And it turns out that, you know, they turn out to be really good friends. So, let's think about what else came out last year. Well, I think about, like, what was highest grossing. Oh, In and Out 2. Jeez. I can't be alone in this thought, but In and Out 2 was like, it's just more of the same. And what was it? Same? of the stuff that's not really enjoyable. Like, so instead of sadness screwing everything up, anxiety screwed everything up. Like, okay, so, though it did very well in the box office, I didn't enjoy it. Moana 2 was good. To say that, yeah, I did like it, but they had to put more people on the boat, so that took attention away from Maui and Moana, which I thought their adventure was great the first time around. What else came out last year? I think there was a Godzilla and Kong crossover. New Empire. I did watch that. I watched it in New York, actually. But their family, they have much smaller children, so trying to keep their attention, like, I'm trying to do this, and, you know, I got a nephew climbing on me. I'm like, hey, great, Godzilla right there. So I didn't really get to, didn't glean a lot from it. But, you know, what did I just mention? I mentioned animated movies and I mentioned action movies. I'm not in the spirit of you know, movies that make you feel something, and then that means an award is happening. No, I spend most of my time avoiding films. Oh, I get someone who agrees with me that it's better than Endgame. Manuel. Where am I? Up. By the way, I never mentioned this yet, but their peckers are showing. Just let that sink in. Alright, I'm up here now. So yeah, okay. Since getting the bat, we could go and beat the game, which means we would just go up here and there's a boss down there. Don't need to bother with it. Yeah, we'll just go this way. And the reason why we need the bat to get to the boss is because the bridge is out. Well, we'll look at it when we're done here. Happy Crayon mixed on the Deadpool and Wolverine as a comic fan. Okay, well, my thing was, he says, do you want original recipe or you want Van Milder? It was good! Okay. The person that I had said that to was the guy I talked to a lot at work, and so, you know, when I said I saw it opening day, and I said, better than Endgame, and he watched it, and he's like, well, and I'm like, oh, but it was funny, but if I could say anything that makes me sound a little bit more credible as a movie watcher, the look on Wolverine's face, just of confusion, anger, and just all around, what's wrong with you? And he said, like, did you make an educated wish? And I believe I probably censored that.
Let your battle begin with me.
And I'm... Oh, we need to... Come on, one cycle. Ah. It happened once. Did I do that? Oh, I did do that. Whoops. Well, I gotta build up my my hearts again. Oh, yeah, so by the way, Belmont was being controlled, and now we get a cutscene. So this is the this is basically where, like, okay, yeah, halfway through the game. However, you know, we got all these power-ups. What you do here, generally what you do in the second castle, I think, is get more hearts and HP, so you can then face Dracula. I don't have to worry about that. So we gotta do 5 bosses. Well, 5 bosses, then Shaft, and then Dracula. Okay.
What have I done?
You'll see.
You saved him, Alucard. Thank you so much.
Alucard? The Alucard? You can't be. That was
See,
only
I would tend to
300
believe
years
that
ago.
there was probably 2
Never mind
exclamation
that.
points after that, because
Is the
one
man who
showed up.
controlled you in that castle?
No, but
Yes, I think so.
it bothers me. There
Take
should be a
Richter
period
and
there.
leave here. I'll finish
In there.
this.
All right. Good luck.
Oh, well, I'm not even controlling. Well, I'd show it to a camera that's not even displaying. Alright, we're in an upside-down castle. That's what that cutscene was all about. What was I going to tell? Oh, okay. Wrestling. I think I probably mumbled that to myself. I am so happy that wrestling has come to Netflix. There's probably going to be a lot more references to wrestling incoming videos. Not to say that I've written something like that, but you know, whatever's on my mind usually comes out in a video, and I am so in. What has actually happened? You know, it came to Netflix for the United States, and the rest of the world. Oh, sorry, let me say it like this. So Netflix has Monday Night Raw, and I came to that realization when they were saying like, okay, and then you catch SmackDown on USA, and I'm like, what? So then my usual thing is Wikipedia page. Let's just research this. Yes, just one. And so yeah, I learned that Netflix had bought the rights for Monday Night Raw for the United States. The rest of the content, it was kind of on Peacock property because it's NBC. Did I get it all right? But for the rest of the world, Netflix had bought the rights for all of it, and so to go through this a little bit more slow, I think the Netflix debut had over 4 million views, and after that, subsequent, it's only been like 2 million. Like, it dropped off real hard. I think what that was, to speak very honestly about it, I think people tuned in like, oh, wrestling, cool, WWE, I watched this as a kid. And then they watch it, and then they remember, oh yeah, it's choreographed, it's fake, it's stupid. So I think the drop-off was a natural thing. They caught wise to, oh yeah, wrestling sucks. And I had some discussions with another guy I worked with, and again, it was like, oh yeah, I watched it as a kid. I watched WCW as a kid, and I remember thoroughly enjoying it. Not quite at that point understanding that, like, you know, people say it's fake, but I'm like, I don't know. You can't fake gravity. They hit the mats pretty hard. Hello, Yale. I am on a live stream. Hi. Yale popped in, so that's what that was. I was not content with just getting Monday Night Raw, because yeah, I understand that there's different rosters between the two shows, you know, for Friday Night SmackDown. And the guy that I talked with about, like, you know, he watched it as a kid and doesn't understand it's stupid to him. In the same way that I don't understand why he enjoys NASCAR. It's I'm not gonna try to understand. So I talked to him about, like, so is there a way, isn't it called, like, spoofing? Where you could say I'm in a different location, and it's like, yeah, you just get a VPN. I'm like, oh, really? So, to explain it to the rest of my family, just lightly, I say, like, oh, well, I have to go watch Friday Night SmackDown on the computer because I can tell the computer that I'm in London, not specifically London, but you know, they'll understand London. So I'm in London, so they think that I'm you know, I'm in a region that can play it on Netflix. But then that confuses them more, as like, so are they wrestling in London? Like, no. I think I want to not be a back there, because one of these should yield the Bible, and I think yes, okay, there we go. All right, back to bat. And what comes with that? See, there's Friday Night SmackDown, but there's also NXT, which I haven't gone into. But NXT, the way I understand it, is their farm league. You know, they have shows and everything like that. It's just a lot younger of wrestlers, you know, that are trying to make it into Raw or SmackDown. I've seen some wrestlers come up from it, like they said that it was NXT. I'm like, oh, okay, well, cool. I would like to watch this. So haven't gone into that yet. I think NXT is on the CW, so like it's broadcast, so I could go watch it like that. But what happened at the beginning of this month was the Royal Rumble. And I've never seen a premium event before. By premium, what I mean is, watching WCW, they say, like, you know, SummerSlam on pay-per-view only. And just the structure of my family, we never got pay-per-view. So, you know, okay, well, we'll get a summary of it on the, you know, on the WCW Nitro. I think Nitro was Monday Night Nitro, because of Monday Night Wars. So we'll catch it on Nitro later. But, you know, this whole spoofing thing, like, well, they're gonna show Royal Rumble to the rest of the world, so cool. And that was, as I'll say it again, my first premium event. I enjoyed it so much, and I've got to tell you, at the age where you understand that it's choreographed, and you know you know they've already picked the winner before the match started. That just removes all worry and rooting. They're gonna get a baby face. They're gonna get a heel in there. It is something that I am enjoying a whole lot. And I think I probably talked through 2 bosses already with that. This is the one. This boss, I had problems with the holy sword, or the not holy, or who cares now? I don't have it. Oh, I'm stuck. Okay. Okay, so Crazy Even says, didn't peg you for a wrestling fan. This a recent thing for you? So yeah, as the story goes with everybody, it's like, oh, I used to watch it as a kid, and in high school, you know, a lot of my friends were WWF, so they were, you know, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, and at the end there, John Cena. At the end of like high school age is what I mean. I'm not saying anything about John Cena specifically in that regard. I was well, my dad watched the Atlanta Braves because his family's from Wisconsin, so that means some loyalty to Milwaukee, which is where the Braves were originally from. So anyway, Atlanta Braves, and I didn't understand this as a kid, that not everybody likes the Braves. You know, a lot of people like the Yankees. They would show Braves baseball games on Turner networks, like TBS. So my dad was always watching TBS. Man, that had to be annoying to watch TBS and have them have promotions for Braves. So like, I don't want to hear it. So we caught them on the Turner networks, and so that was WCW. Ted Turner was the owner of WCW, and sometime after I had graduated, and there was some sort of separation where I'd stop watching wrestling. I guess my dad was out of the house, so that could have caused it. But yeah, just wrestling just sort of dropped off for me. And at some point, the WCW was acquired by WWF, and then they changed the name WWE. So there's a lot of history where I didn't catch it. And I remember talking with my sister once about you can catch wrestling on something that's called the WWE Network, which is an app, a streaming service. And I was like, man, if I had more time, I'd so be into wrestling. So when it came to Netflix, I was like, oh, I could get into this. And being a fan of ICP and them talking about wrestling, and I had come to some realization in the between time that like, oh, it is, it's choreographed. To say that it's fake is kind of, that's the wrong word to use. But as The Rock said last night in a press conference, that said like, I got the title. Well, they gave me the title. We know in this business that I didn't actually win. It's just somebody decided that I was going to get the title. It's that kind of level of thinking that you have to get right past and then understand that it's all about characters. Like, I believe she's an NXT wrestler, but I saw her in the Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble, their main events, they have a few like premier matches. Like Cody Rhodes was going to face Kevin Owens because they had some beef going on, and Motor City Machine Guns versus DIY was a tag team match. It was a best 2 out of 3, and the premium thing was. In total, there's going to be 30. They separate men and women's matches. There's going to be 30 of them, fighting to win. I'm just doing this so the sword will go back down. I didn't understand that. I thought they're going to be 30 and they're all going to fight at the same time. No, they send them out like a little bit at a time. So 2 will start. Like in the men's, it was Penta and Rey Mysterio, which was 2 luchadors, in which they shook hands before they started, because there's some absolute admiration for Rey Mysterio and what he's done for the sport. In the United States, that is. And it was this again. I went off of and talking about an NXT wrestler. You can really get into it in that they're putting on a show because they used the basketball buzzer to announce the next person coming out, and that was so exciting. So there was this one wrestler, and her name was Lash Legend, and I think she was a former NBA, WNBA. Let me just use the a wrestler, but Lash Legend, her character had enormous lashes, and like that's it right there. It's just them getting to be characters, and just like, let's put on a show. So that's my explanation of why I enjoy wrestling. Is it this one? Oh, I'm not gonna go down yet. Or up. It's upside down. So I guess to answer your question, yes, it is a very much a recent thing that I got back into it. And as I don't think it's performing as well on Netflix as purported, like that that drop off at the beginning. Not even that. I think they probably. You put it on Netflix, but then people have more choices on Netflix, and they they can choose to watch something that's scripted with good acting. So I just hope it continues with Netflix. They did a 10-year deal, and you know that stuff can get bought out at any time. And if it goes away from Netflix, I might just have to follow because I'm in it now. I'm in it now. It's yesterday on Friday night. I'm talking about wrestling. Yesterday's Friday Night SmackDown. The big deal was, you know, The Rock was going to show up. You know, I guess they named him Final Boss. And I had missed I guess it would be an announcement, but his title is now Final Boss because he's on the board of directors for TKO Entertainment, which owns WWE and UFC. Like, you know, he's now the big boss. And so I thought, well, is he going to come out and is he going to fight Cody Rhodes or something like that? You know, fight, you know. Excuse my use of the words. But no, he came out to make a deal with him, and I was like, oh, I know what's happening here. He's doing the Vince McMahon thing, which is, you know, Vince McMahon was legitimately the owner of WWE, but you know, he was a character in the show also. He was a part of it. I'm like, oh, okay, so if they can start bringing in, you know, The Rock as an owner, and his title now is like Final Boss, almost like the video game, the last boss that you're gonna face. This is really exciting, and I'm so sorry I keep on talking about wrestling. I'm really enjoying what I'm doing. Okay, so on to this boss here. I'm glad I've talked over this music starting up over and over and over. Check out my strategy, guys. Okay. Tooth of Vlad. Now, Vlad, I don't know. I missed out on like who Vlad is or what Vlad is. The music just starts up again. I'm like, stop it. Think of the past after this one. I've used the transporter, the warping Pekka's out, you know, thing to get to the next place, but I think it would make more sense and save time to just go through this again. See, the floor is flat, so I can just do this. Yeah, I see that talking about wrestling really has killed the chat. Also, for concurrent viewers, also current bitrate is lower than the recommended. I always get that warning. I don't know what that is. I mean, I test it with the what is it? XSplit, and you know, it says like, oh, stream's good, stream is healthy, you know, the bitrate is good, and I don't know if it's, ooh, okay, I guess I can't do that anymore. Where was I going? I don't know. I must have wrecked everything. Oh shoot! Yeah, that was you know, the health hit from those spiky things. I need to go here. Oh jeez. Okay, this is really hurting. There we go. So our last boss is in, you know, the basement area, but it's now the upper part. Yeah. Forgive me, I just not gonna make that separation. That, you know, we're entering the basement here. There is gonna be a lot of time with the bat here. Same bat time, same bat channel. Yeah, that pops in my head. Okay, now I'm just gonna. So yeah, I suppose this second castle truly is for, oh, go get more stuff, cause Dracula, it's a real thing. Stream's been stable throughout. Didn't see any hiccups on my end. Well, good. Because I think the last live stream I did, like, really the last one that was that Resident Evil with my own player's guide, which was a disaster. The stream just crapped out. Not on my end. I was still going, but it didn't even get to Black Tiger. Anyway, and like I said, I used my own player's guide, so I have a player's guide out. I know how to play this. It didn't help. I should have read through it beforehand. And you think that, oh, well, I'll use up all my interesting stuff if it's not new. Oh, God. I remember being in this. Okay, let's see if she does it. Yeah, she covered her breast there at some point. And I was playing this late at night. Just trying to get my own route. And when she did that, I just thought of the most... I just like... What could get me canceled? And when she covers up her breast, I'm like, no, don't do that. Don't cover up the only reason we talk to you. That popped into my head. I didn't say it out loud. It just popped in my head. I'm like, why did I think that? And so there you go. As it's new, I get to repeat the stuff that I thought when it was new. One more of those flowers. No, okay, we're here. We're here, as in up there. Okay. Yeah, these guys you just have to deal with. Yeah, they look familiar. He was one half of the first boss. Get down here. Yeah, what's my... That. Hey, try to build up some of these things. But for you guys, there's another one. Don't hit... Alright, let's just go to the bottom again. Alright, now we can go to the up bottom, and use that save. Oh. There's 4 of them. Well, they're all gonna come back after I save. Or, leave the room and go back. And if I'm remembering correctly, our next boss is where we fought Cerebus, which is this. Oh, look, there's the other half of the boss. I never connected that yet. that the both halves show up at the end there, huh? All right, him.
So you've made it this far.
I sure did.
In the name of your father, cease this foolishness.
Not while there is breath in my body.
Then, for the master.
I apologize, we're not getting the campiest of lines here. Oh yeah, I had the Holy Sword fighting him once, and that didn't hurt him. He like turned rainbow color as if he was gaining health. Oh yeah, I'm remembering now that this is kind of like well, okay, I'll say it in the correct order, that Circle of the Moon had a fight like this with, like, death was mechanical. There is a way to do this. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and in the live stream I watched of this, the guy, I don't know, leveling wasn't really a matter. Because every time he encountered a boss, he did it with such ease that, that's how he would level up. Ah! Bats! See, but the only way to get through this is to kill bat. Well, this bat-on-bat crime. Oh, the other thing I was going to say about the speedrun I watched, he had some He had some, I guess it would have been a magic spell or something. And it used up whatever energy you need to have the bat fly. We got all 5, right? Oh, no. Oh, I think I made a horrible mistake. Oh, I didn't activate the other teleporter. Okay, well, we're just gonna walk back to the clock room. Golly, that was... So concentrated on getting the 5 bosses, I'm routing that I never activated the other teleporters. Okay, well, a good majority of this is still falling. And getting hit by bats. Wow, I'm really disappointed in myself. Like the Majora's Mask live stream that I did, I had legitimate notes. I had to. So I was like, all right, in what order are we going to get the masks? And the masks, like whichever the next one was, told me, oh, go here next. And of course, that was my own routing. I did it beforehand, and like, okay, wrote this one. Leave me alone. Oh, that could have worked. Oh. I'm just so annoyed because usually I don't have to face him again. No. Are we there yet? Can I drop? Yeah, of course. We're trying to get up there, and they're just... There. Enough of you. No, I want to go the other way. Yeah, there's 2 like very close to each other corridors. This one, more falling. No. Fall further. Sorry, it just looked very much unfamiliar. Like, that's not a place I want to be. Okay, we're back here at least. And back here at least, what I mean by that is we're in the vicinity of the clock room. I mean, we are, right? Yeah, it's just over there. Odd vote of no confidence there. Just gotta get past all these rooms with the spikes. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're here. No, I've fought these guys before. It's not worth it. Okay, so, and for there, I had another vote of no confidence. Like, do I have all 5 parts? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And just a second, I'm gonna go down here. I don't have much heart health, but I'm gonna have. I guess now's not the time to experiment, but yeah, I usually bring the crucifix in. It seems to get the job done. And over here, but of course I have on that shaft fight. I used it inadvertently, so it turned into a 2-cycle. And that meant that I could not. That I also don't have enough to do it. Whatever. I need a lot of hearts to use the crucifix power. We'll get another 2 shots from this thing right here. When that thing shows up, it's another odd thought. Like, this is rated T. I mean, back then it didn't look all pixelated to us. It was cathode ray tube, and we were like, you know, graphics are amazing, you know, and just peckers and nipples and everything. So maybe not explicit like hey, this is an areola, but on a statue, I saw it. Okay. So we did not 206% it. Wasn't expecting to. But I still have that trophy that says I did at one point. It's not something I want to repeat. There's rooms that didn't appear in this because I routed around them.
So you were the one
like, it probably would have made a lot more sense after that first boss to keep going left. No, I don't want to enter those levels. The first boss being the first one of the inverted castle. But even in the regular castle, it's just stuff flying at you and turning you into stone. If you fall and you're turning into stone, you get hurt, and it's not a fun time. I don't know if the percentage is based on rooms you visited versus items you have. In that one, I did have I had it open in Paint, a map that I got from the internet. It says like all this stuff. So then when I got an item, I'd blank out the thing, and I'd compare the map. Like, did I visit all rooms? And there's just one room in the inverted castle that just took hours to get through. Then I saw the speed run, and the way that he got through those rooms was to drop the stopwatch. Yeah, okay, so this is Shaft. He's the one who resurrected Dracula. So again, no strategy. Yeah. Ow. And the thing about this fight is, like, whatever health you have at the end, yeah, you're going into another boss fight with that. Well, yeah, sometimes he makes it those powers when he's like within range. Did I just do that? Oh, jeez. Okay, well, we're out of that power.
No! Your beloved darkness awaits you. Dwell there for all eternity.
Oh, Spring Day. Never thought of it until now, but there are probably children who grew up having no idea how percentages work because of the how the rare word Donkey Kong. Oh, right. It did have it. Yeah, in Donkey Kong 64, the highest percentage was 101, which I got. Like, as I brag, I used my brain. But Donkey Kong Country 3, that one I was just sort of just bullshitting my way through. Like, okay, do this stuff, and I was finding that I was getting all of the secrets and all the DK coins. And some of them took some real thought and strategy. did not have a strategy guide. Whatever. It's just how the game was. It was easy for me to work through. And I don't remember what the percentage was. But I do remember there was basically a Simon game at the end there that I recruited my two sisters, as in like, okay, I'll write down the first color, you write down the second, and then you write down the third, and then I'll catch the fourth, and then we'll catch this in threes. And like, so we wrote down what the pattern was for one of the banana birds, or whatever it was. Okay, so while we're doing that, let me equip this thing, and let's just use it. Neat. Okay, so now I'll have two shots of, the power of Christ compels you. I'm guessing it's hurting? At the same time, I remember now that I didn't get the fairy card that shows like how much damage you're inflicting, so probably working. Is it just me, or do those three heads look like, xenomorphs? I mean, being black certainly helps with the illusion. Hey, no underwear. And this attack is particularly easy to avoid. One more. And, make cougar sounds. This is just how it's gonna go. This is how we beat the game, by the way. Just keep hitting the heads until it stops. Yeah, it's usually a 3 cycle. If nudity is featureless, then you usually get a T rating. Okay, I got it. Okay, so they didn't show the pee hole, but there were peckers. It's a. Why am I arguing? There we go. You don't mess with the QA department.
Trouble the soul of my mother.
There we go.
More.
So I just limped to the end here. Oh, it's only 2.5 hours. Okay, it felt longer on my practice runs. I'll say it like that.
How poetic. So, I tragically sacrificed all I held dear in a search for power, did I?
Did you not?
Tell me.
Perhaps something to be said of all.
What were Lisa's last words?
She said, "Do not hate humans. If you cannot live with them, then at least do them no harm, for theirs is already a hard lot." She also said that she would love you for eternity.
Lisa, forgive me. Farewell.
Average view duration is 10 minutes, almost 11 minutes. Oh, that should help. As you may have figured, I'm no longer a YouTube partner. They dropped me. And it wasn't they, as in somebody clicked a store name production. It's just not enough views, and you're not uploading videos. You're not getting that. But the good news is, like, the feature, the count, the numbers that I had to reach to get back into it, I'm pretty close to it already. So, and I guess one of the reasons for doing a live stream is, like, you get a lot of minutes with that, versus, I mean, I would argue, I guess, one of my videos, you do get more, but if you're doing 16 hours of Zelda, then, somebody's going to keep it on in the background. You'll get some number of minutes watched. So I wanted to see if this factors into it.
So you made it.
because it's a live stream and not an actual like video upload.
So
It's also
you
not
had
a
to
short.
fight your own father? It's my fault. If I hadn't been so weak, we wouldn't be here.
Not so. I had my own reasons to face him.
Still, it couldn't have been easy.
It wasn't. But remember, the only thing necessary for evil to triumph
Is for good men to do nothing.
See, yeah, that in the original,
So what now,
Alucard said the entire
The blood in
line,
my
but in
veins
here
is
they
cursed.
split it and
It's
you
best
have
for the world
periods.
if I disappear, now and forever.
I see.
Well, she had a lot of
Farewell,
periods
then.
there. Ah, she,
We'll
period.
not
Ah.
meet again.
Okay, let's try not to do that.
Alucard.
Well, are you going after him or not?
No, he's right.
Only last half
best
of
this
the
way.
health here.
There's no
I'd
way I
say
could ever
the
ease
stream
his
holds
pain.
up.
Maybe someday
The stream
we
kind of
will
holds
meet
up.
again.
Yeah, okay. Okay,
Who
good.
knows?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Let's go. Everyone's waiting for us.
Yes.
Oh, only
get
okay.
outta
Only
here.
lost half the health there. Okay, thank you for correcting me. So yeah, and these are the credits. And again, like on the live stream, I don't know if it was just if they were shitting me and they just put in the audio of some others. They were actually singing in it. So, yeah, I gotta if and I'll still call it a bug because I consider it very much a bug. That you know, if your clock gets to 99 hours, 59 minutes, and 59 seconds, that it no longer moves forward, and you can no longer get up, and that soft locks the game. You know, the PlayStation, you got a bug there. I was for a time I found a Xbox controller, rather bought an Xbox controller with a turbo function to do it for the Xbox arcade version of this game because it does retain the audio. This is only a version of it in the PlayStation Portable. Like, yeah, the Rec Room replaces all the voices and just jumbles it up. Like, why? Why did you do that? I don't know if the Xbox version, whether it's emulating it and that has that 99-hour bug. But you know, the turbo controller way of doing this takes a month. So I at some point I just said I don't want to do it again. Why a month? And also within a month's time, this third-party controller that I have for the Xbox, they have started actively warning like this ain't gonna work after March 6th. It's like, whoa, that's kind of bad. Bad for us, as in like all these third-party controllers that I have, particularly one with a turbo function that it's going to allow me to. Yeah, so I don't know how. Can we hook up a keyboard to an Xbox? I'm over here thinking because you know, got to be running some form of Windows under that. Oh, another thing that I thought I was gonna do, which, as we're, you know, boringly sitting through this stuff, I was thinking, hey, let's do all 5 endings to this. And once I was working out all the different endings, first of them is like when you get the bat power, you go directly to Richter Belmont and you kill Richter, and then you know you're alone on the cliff there at the end, and then you go through these credits, and as far as I know, I can't skip these. Oh, the controller's not even on, so... Oh, yeah, they warned me that it was low. Alright, so we can't even test that. But as I was going through, like, I read through all these credits, all of them? So, the way I understand it, and it's never worked out for me, the 2 of them seem identical, that there's that first one, you get the bat power, but then there's the other one, where you get both rings, and you get the goggles from Maria, but you don't put him on, and then you kill him, and then you get an ending with him and Maria on the cliff. Then there's the other option of you do put them on, but you still kill Richter. That ending seemed identical. Then there is the you know, truer ending where you go through the inverted castle and then you fight Dracula, and then as you saw, there's all 3 of them on there. And then what I believe to be the fifth ending. It wasn't 206%, 200.6%. It was like over 165%. And I never bothered looking at that. I'm sure I saw it once when I did that. I would be showing you the 206% save file, but that's on the PlayStation 4 Pro. And on that, I'm getting... I call it the white light of death. Much like the red ring of death on the PlayStation 3, the light would turn yellow if it was no longer operating. I turn this thing on. I hook it up into HDMI, and it recognizes that a PlayStation is on, but the hard drive doesn't spin, or fan rather. I don't know what kind of hard drive it has, but that doesn't. Anyway, my PlayStation 4 Pro, it's no longer working. And I was actually sad because I thought at some point, let's see if I got enough battery to do this. At some point, I figured I overwrote what I have here. Nope. Yes, battery is low. I still got PT. Yeah. So this thing dropped off of the PlayStation, store a long time ago, and I'm like, look at me, I still have one of these. And so, as I said, when it was removed, that I basically have a Flappy Bird version of a PlayStation, because I have PT, and you can't get it anymore, but I have it. All right, enough of this. Let's end this. But Colin Crovelli, he says, Dewey's Adventure speedrun when? Oh, God. Well, jeez. Yeah, Electro bits will probably happen before that. Can't play Doom VFR ever again. I guess I could hook it up to the whatever. Yeah, it's VFR. I actually got it on Steam, so if I were so inclined. Thank you so much for showing up and tolerating the not real version of the Castlevania, but always remember that I am good at Castlevania. Maybe we'll be doing this again. Thanks. Catch you guys later.